What's going on, guys? GYOVANNI here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to Daily Dose of Transfer Gossip. Today is Thursday the 17th of August and we have got a lot of confirmed deals to get through today as well as a lot of very good rumours. So just before we get started, as always, if you can show your support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, are you happy with your club's transfer business so far in this summer transfer window? Let me know your answers down below in the comment section, but I also want to apologise today. This video itself will probably be up like 4 to 5 PM UK time, and normally you're used to 7:30 AM on a weekday, but I wasn't feeling too great last night. I was like, you know what, let's push it back a little bit, but still I wasn't going to miss out a day. But what I'll do to make up for this somewhat is on Saturday and Sunday, I'll do a double upload each day. It won't be 4 transfer videos, by the way, of course, though on Saturday and Sunday, there'll be 1 each, but on top of that, it'll be something extra. But anyway, let's jump on to confirmed deals. The very first player is going to a Portuguese centre-back called Venancio, going to Sheffield Wednesday from Vitória Setúbal. I think that's in Portugal, on a loan deal for the season. Then we've got Kürçer going to Kayserispor in Turkey from Shakhtar Donetsk on a free transfer. He's followed by a loan deal for Fulham, that is Shea Ojo from Liverpool for the season. I mentioned the other day, hopefully he now gets first team football. And then we got Sadio Diallo going to a team not on FIFA 17 called Yeni Malatyaspor. I think they got promoted this season, so will be on FIFA 18, but he's joining from SC Bastia in France on a free transfer. Then we've got a goalkeeper called Room going to PSV from Vitesse for a fee of £360,000. Then move on to Gaston Silva going to Independiente from Torino for 1.26 mil. Then Barami has joined Udinese from Watford for an undisclosed fee, and to be honest, I had no idea he actually still played for Watford. Max Gradel has joined Toulouse in France from Bournemouth for the season on loan, and I mentioned in yesterday's video how I think he played 300 minutes last year, so it's pretty clear to see why he went out on loan for the season to get more first team football. Then we move on to a centre back called Fallet, I'm not sure how you say his name, but he has joined Frankfurt in the Bundesliga from FC Metz for a fee of £2.7 million. In fact, another one in the Bundesliga yesterday, or today in fact, is going to be Raul Bobadilla going to Gladbach. That is from Augsburg. They haven't confirmed the fee just yet. What they have confirmed though is that to re-sign a 2-year deal and is subject to a medical. But now another one potentially in the Bundesliga is going to Kevin Prince Boateng. And at the time we're recording this video, he's still a free agent because yesterday he mutually agreed to end his contract with Las Palmas early. And Las Palmas put out a statement saying that irreversible personal reasons was the reason for him leaving. Now, like I mentioned before, his next destination, it's not fully confirmed just yet, but the reason is a Frankfurt badge because most reports are saying it's very close to being done. And now we've got Hoslu going to Newcastle United from Stoke City for a fee of around £5 million. According to the Daily Star, Newcastle boss Rafa Benitez is expected to make 4 more signings after landing Hoslu. So it could be a very busy and interesting couple of weeks for Newcastle. Next up, we move on to Jesse Rodriguez, going to Stoke City from PSG on loan for the season, and last year was playing for Las Palmas, as move to PSG really didn't work out too well. I think they paid like £25 million to get him from Real Madrid in the first place, but wasn't really played too much, so the transfer itself didn't really make too much sense, and after that, went out on loan to Las Palmas, and now he's at Stoke City for the season. And it will be interesting to see how well he settles in. Next up, we move on to Carlos Bacca, going to Villarreal from AC Milan. It's a loan deal for £2.25 million, but I think there's an obligation to buy in there. And next up, we've got Giovanni Simeone going to Fiorentina in Italy from Genoa for a fee. A lot of different sites are saying different amounts, but apparently it's €15 million plus bonuses. And now a very sweaty one for FIFA 18, in particular very cheap Premier League teams. The player is Izquierdo, and the reason for that, I mentioned a couple of days ago, but now he's been fully granted a work permit and he can officially make the move. It's from Club Brugge in Belgium, and the fee is £13.5 million, being a Brighton record. The second to last confirmed one today is going to Matuidi, going to Juventus from Paris Saint-Germain for a fee. A lot of different ones going about. The very first one is £13.5 million, £18 million, €15 million, €20 million plus add-ons. A lot of different numbers are being thrown about with the fee. It does seem to be under £18 million. And he's now officially completed a medical, and it's a 3-year deal. Then we move on to a final confirmed today as GYLFI SIGURDSSON going to Everton finally from Swansea City for a fee of £45 million on a 5-year contract. Now, I have seen quite a lot of people on Twitter compare Matuidi's price in comparison to GYLFI SIGURDSSON. The main thing about it, they're two completely different markets with a lot of different factors. Now you've also got to remember, in this market as of right now, especially for Premier League clubs, it's very different to normal because players' valuations now, it's not just based on their ability and how good they really are, it's now also based on how important a player is for a club. So Swansea, they will miss GYLFI Sigurdsson a lot last year, he carried them in a lot of games, so 45 mil for their key player, that's how they look at it. And Everton were fully willing to pay that, and of course they still got Ross Barkley to sell now, for a fee I imagine not too far off what they paid for GYLFI Sigurdsson in the first place. So just bear that in mind for most transfers. Some players, it may cost a hell of a lot of money, but again, there's so many factors involved with it, not just the player's valuation. And Tottenham will receive £4.5 million from this deal as they had a 10% sell-on clause. But now let's jump on to potential deals. This very first one honestly could be a confirmed deal literally when this video goes live, as Gabriel going to Valencia. Most sources are saying Valencia are said to sign Arsenal defender Gabriel on a deal worth around £10 million. In fact, the Valencia English account has tweeted, "We're getting ready," and it's a video of someone in the club shop putting together a player's name for the back of his shirt, and you can pretty much spell Gabriel out of it. And now according to Gianluca Di Marzio, French defensive midfielder Jeffrey Kondogbia is closing in on a loan move to Spanish side Valencia. Now referring to the video I mentioned just a second ago with Valencia and the whole back of the shirt thing, some people thought it could be Kondogbia, but there was an L involved in the name, so Kondogbia obviously, he doesn't have an L in his name. And Di Marzio also mentions that Inter are trying to get Joao Cancelo in the deal as well. And next though, we've got West Brom's Johnny Evans, and apparently, according to very similar sources today, Man City have made an inquiry for the West Brom captain. The Telegraph asked that Manchester City have had an initial bid of £18 million rejected by West Brom for their centre-back, and now, according to Daily Star, Man City now closing in on a deal worth around £25 million. Yes, he's a former Manchester United player, but he would also increase City's homegrown quota of players. And next up, a couple for Borussia Dortmund. The very first player is going to be Emre Mor. So apparently, according to RN today, his move to Inter Milan has collapsed. That's according to the CEO. The quote does say, "We expected the deal to go through, the move just collapsed for now." So they were trying to get rid of Emre Mor, but a player potentially going to Dortmund today is going to Jeremy Tolhan, I think his name is, from Hoffenheim. So according to Bild in Germany today, Dortmund is said to sign Hoffenheim Jeremy Tolhan for a fee of around €5 million, and earlier on this summer, he was a Tottenham target. And the reason he is only going to cost €5 million is because he has 1 year remaining on his Hoffenheim contract. And again, according to Bild today, Premier League clubs are interested in Schalke's Bendik Hervedez, who's considering his future after losing the captaincy. They also mention how he's in contact with multiple English clubs, and he could leave for a fee of just €20 million. Now I'm pretty sure over the last 3 or 4 years, he has been to Arsenal a fair amount, and with him selling Gabriel potentially to Valencia, they may bring in Hervedez, because right now, they are playing a makeshift defence. And as a Liverpool fan, if we can't sign Van Dijk, honestly, Hervedez would be a very good alternative. And next up, according to the Daily Express, Southampton will make a £15 million move for Lazio's Dutch defender, Wesley Hoedt. And I am sorry for saying his name wrong. And now we've got an update regarding Van Dijk's future at Southampton. So we have got some quotes from Southampton's chairman about Van Dijk. So first up, Van Dijk is not for sale in this window, it's not personal. It's not about him, it's about an overall much bigger picture, a change of course for Southampton. So for the most part, he seems very adamant this summer Van Dijk, he isn't going anywhere, but one point at the very end, he's asked whether Southampton would turn down a ludicrous offer if one came in. And he responded by saying, "I'll tell you one thing, over the years we have spoken, I don't give definite answers where there isn't a definite." So prior to that, he's talking about how Southampton, they wouldn't sell him, but at the very end he mentions if a big offer comes in, he can't guarantee it. So that last statement somewhat contradicts what he said before that. This next story actually came out about an hour or so ago today in L'Equipe in France. PSG manager Emery has told Julian Draxler there's no room for him in his squads. Now since joining PSG, Draxler has been playing on the left hand side, but Neymar's come in now and taken that spot. But Draxler can also play centrally, even as a deeper centre midfielder, on the right hand side, left hand side, so a very versatile player. But it seems at PSG now, his time may be up. And theoretically, if we sell Coutinho to Barca, Draxler could be an incredible option. And next up, we've got another story from today, this time it's about Diego Costa. The striker has now officially released a statement saying he's not going back to Chelsea and he only wants to play for Atletico Madrid. He says he's waiting for Chelsea to set him free, he's not going back to London, and referring to his future, he says my destination is already made, I must return to Atletico Madrid. Now there are two sides of his story. The very first one is Diego Costa. So he actually said the other day, he feels he's being treated like a criminal. he was told via text from Antonio Conte that he's not in his plans for this season. But from a Chelsea point of view, they're paying him £150,000 per week, and a lot of reports are saying he's been asking to leave the club since 2015, and I'm pretty sure this one will drag out until deadline day. Next though, we go on to Belotti, and according to Daily Star today, Chelsea are attempting to sign Torino's Belotti as a replacement for Diego Costa, but they're not willing to pay his release clause of €100 million. And next up, according to Canal Plus, they reported that Mbappe's entourage have presented Monaco with two options: a contract extension or a transfer to PSG. Now, based on what's been reported the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, I honestly think Mbappe might end up at PSG. I think a lot of my personal opinion on this one is when he's benched at the weekend. And the final one today includes 2 different players. The very first one is going to Liverpool's Coutinho, the second one is Dortmund's Dembele. So Barca's general manager called Pep Segura has claimed that Barca are close to completing the double signing of Coutinho and Dembele. So the 2 quotes do say, "We're close to signing Coutinho and Dembele, but until it's closed, I can't say anything." He then reiterates, "Until the deals are closed, I can't say anything." So really, he's already said something in the first part. And in fact, Jurgen Klopp was asked this today in his press conference. He actually responded by saying, "We have already said what we have to say. No news. Nobody has told me any different." And the CEO of Borussia Dortmund has also responded by saying, "Barca are not close to signing Dembele. I don't know why Segura said that." And those quotes, by the way, from Segura, they came out about 3 hours after Barca lost again to Real Madrid. So it does seem very timely. In fact, the CEO of Dortmund also said, "I don't know what Segura is talking about. Maybe it's because Real played Barca in the Super Cup." And Bild are saying that Dembele will remain on strike in France in order to force the move to Barca. And finally, Sports Witness are saying Coutinho has told Klopp he'll sit in the stands all season rather than play for Liverpool again. Now, I find that nearly impossible to believe because this year in particular, the 17-18 season, is huge for a lot of players. And the reason for that is because if they play well, they'll most likely make it into a World Cup squad for next year for their national team. And would Coutinho miss out on playing a whole year of football just to make a statement? I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. But that is going to be the final one for today's video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it's down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: are you happy with your club's business so far in this summer transfer window? Let me know answers down below in the comment section. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.